Hi everyone, Stephen with RCN Capital. Today I want to talk with you about adjustable rate mortgages, or ARMs as they are commonly called. And so I have a little bit already written down. So we rest this right up here. You will see with ARMs, which is the way that people commonly refer to them, the way you see it commonly notated, you're going to have a couple different things you're looking for. One of them is going to have this structure where it's going to have one number, a slash, and a second number. And that is figuring out the fixed period and the adjustment period, which we'll talk about in a second. The second thing you'll see might be a little bit more into the details of a loan, and that's going to see three numbers separated by slashes. And we'll go into what both of these mean. So for the first part, the fixed period. The fixed period is how long does this loan have a fixed interest rate? So this is generally number of years. The second part is once that fixed interest rate period is up, how often does the loan adjust, or how often does the interest rate update, basically. So some common examples you might see would be 5/1 ARMs, 7/1 ARMs, 10/1 ARMs. You will see some stuff with different adjustment periods. I know that especially in the residential side, you did see, and maybe still see, I'm not entirely up to date on that side as much as I should be. You might still see some 6-month adjustment periods and stuff like that. But some common examples of 5/1, a 7/1, and 10/1. So what does this mean? On a 5/1, the fixed interest period is 5 years, and then it adjusts annually, and that's what the 1 means. So if you have a 30-year term, say you start out at 6%, just to make the numbers easy, you have 5 years where you're locked in at that 6%, and then that interest rate can adjust every single year after that. The next part we want to take a look at is called the capitalization structure, or cap structure. And this you're going to have three numbers separated by slashes. So I've called these X, Y, and Z. X is always how much the interest rate can adjust in the first adjustment period. So if we look up here, let's use the example of a 5/1 ARM with 6% interest. We'll start with that. So how much can that interest rate adjust after the end of this 5-year period, which is at the beginning of the loan? It's that first adjustment, or that fixed interest rate period. After that's over, how much can the loan adjust? The second one is in any following adjustment period, how much can the loan adjust? And that's in Y and in green here. So that would mean after this X number, after that first adjustment period is up, so say we're on a 5/1 ARM, we've gotten to the end of 5 years, the interest rate increased. Now we're getting to the end of year 6. How much can the interest rate increase now? And that's going to be true in year 7, 8, 9, and all the way on through the end of the loan. So that would be how much it's going to increase, or the interest rate can increase over every single individual adjustment period. The last one, Z, in red here, is how much the interest rate can increase over the life of the loan. And so I'll give you guys an example. So let's go through an example with a 5/1 ARM that has a 4% interest rate. So at the beginning of that loan, fixed interest rate period is 5 years. So for years 1 through 5, you know you're going to be paying 4% interest. At the end of year 5, let's say the interest rate in the market goes up to 4.5%. Then your interest rate goes up, and now it's at 4.5%. The maximum it could go up to would be 6%, because it can go up 2% in any one given period. But generally, you're not going to see an interest rate go all the way up to that maximum. Worst case scenario, let's say it does. So you started at 4%. At the end of 5 years, it went up 2%, so now you're looking at a 6% interest rate. Then each additional year, the interest rate can go up and down a maximum of 2%, right? So in each additional adjustment period, you can go up and down 2%. Then over the life of the loan could not go up or down with interest more than 5%. So you start at 4. The worst possible terms you could see over the life of the loan would be 9%. Now, This cap structure does not mean you are going to hit those numbers. It's just saying what is the worst possible scenario it could be, how often can the loan adjust, what do those adjustments look like. So it makes it a little bit more predictable than just the idea that interest rates will always reflect exactly what's going on in the market. If you guys have any questions, if you need some examples, if this isn't quite landing for you, let me know. I'll put the contact information down below, and I'll see you guys later.